Good afternoon, everyone. One Bulldog win in the books on My Nine Sports. Perhaps another this afternoon at Amsoil Arena. The Minnesota State Mavericks of Mankato in town to take on the Bulldogs. UMD Bulldogs 5-0, ranked 4th in the country. Game 2 of the series between Minnesota State University and the Bulldogs. Let's thank our corporate broadcast partners that make these broadcasts possible. Essentia Health and Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC and Cadillac. Tom Hansen along with Emma Stauber. Emma, of course, former captain of the Bulldogs. And Emma, a quick turnaround from game 1 to game number 2. But the Bulldogs certainly finished on a positive note. 14 seconds in overtime last night for those that weren't with us.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, as a fan, you always want to see extra time if you can. But for the Bulldogs, the quicker they could do it, the quicker they could get to rest and start preparing for today's game.
A lot of changes for the Mavericks. The Bulldogs going with the same lineup, same starters, Soderberg, Bell, Flaherty. And the leaders were leading yesterday. Mankato really kind of put some new lineups together, didn't they? Line combinations, moved some players around on their lineup for Coach John Harrington's team.
Yeah, we have injured Wilgren from the Mavericks, so they had to make some adjustments there.
Yeah, so they're going to go with Ramirez and Whipple on defense. Berg is your starting goaltender. Langseth, Bobick, and King, the starters for the Mavericks. Bulldogs in their golds today. Mavericks in their purple and gold. We are underway. WCHA Women's Hockey in Bulldog Country at Amsoil Arena. Game 2 of the series. Flaherty gets to the line and fires it in. Goes into the corner. There's Hanley. Hanley had the first goal of the game for the Bulldogs, but it was the Mavericks that took the lead yesterday. We'll take a look at some of those keys to the game on our next whistle here as Bell sends it back over to Flaherty. Bouncing puck to Anderson. Anderson walks it in. Anderson still has it to Hughes. Doesn't connect. Comes back to the point to Bell. Just underway. Opening moments. Game number 2. Again, apologize for our time. No time at the clock there. We apologize. We'll try and give you time as often as we possibly can on the broadcast and hope to get that rectified soon. But we are just 45 seconds into the game. Nina Jope-Smith going back to get it for UMD. Nina into the Maverick zone. It's over to Van Wieren. Mavericks, they do a good job of clogging up that middle. There's a shot, deflects into the corner. McMahon there, Mannion McMahon. Mavericks going behind the net to get it. First one there is Nelson. Nelson sends it the other way. Bryant chips it up ahead. Try to get it there to Meshuga. That didn't connect. Bryant one more time. Sends it all the way down. Hanley there. So Mankato starting a different goaltender. Mavericks do. Alexa Berg. Lauren Barbaro had a great game, I thought, yesterday. Flaherty knocks it down. Hanley. Quick transition for the Bulldogs. Hughes stayed on side. They go the opposite way. Bell almost got the first. She ended the game yesterday. Almost got the first goal there.
Great speed coming in on the right side there, and we could hear it from here. She was talking, yelling for it. She was wide open on that backside.
Great opportunity, but Berg was there to make the stop. Tuttle tried to get it out. Again, we've gone past 2 minutes without a whistle here in the opening period of play. Try to get those keys to the game for both teams here. Anderson leads it off. Stewart, pass up front. Mannion McMahon takes a shot. That's knocked down. Mavericks, again, deny the Bulldogs any chance of a rebound or tip at that point. Van Wieren across the line. Van Wieren at the dot, takes the shot. That tips, and again, never got through.
Yep. There again is Mankato, clogging up the middle, like you said, and protecting the house with their sticks. One thing that I see is even when there is a rebound, they don't just throw it away. They don't just throw it where it ends up on UMD's stick. They're really controlled and pick their heads up to find each other out of the zone.
Patient, which as a defender, I'm sure sometimes you just want to fire it out of there, right, as soon as you can, but that is smart to look for a teammate if possible.
For sure.
McMahon, she's going to drive it in. Bulldogs are going to make massive changes. All 5 change. Mavericks out of their own zone. Langseth plays it up ahead. And there's Rogie for the Bulldogs. Naomi. Davis, and there finally a whistle, and we'll 16:36. Emma, let's check out the keys of the game first of the Minnesota State Mankato Mavericks. Let's check out the keys of the game for them. What do you think?
Quick transitions. The first one, we saw that yesterday. They caught UMD off guard, especially in the first period, on getting out of the zone with speed and then blocking shots. We've already seen that happen in the first couple minutes of this period.
We get another whistle here in the next 2 minutes. We'll do the Bulldogs
sure.
line. Game moving right along. Bryant across the line. There's Baskin back there in defense for the Bulldogs and camps out in front of the net. And they go back to the point with it. With it there is Nelson. Down low. One-timer, missed the net. Trying to steer it towards the net was Paddington, but it just went wide. She was one of those players at a different position, right? They moved her from, the fourth line to the second line, I think John did. Here comes Davis with speed, one-on-one. Leaves it off for a teammate. Shot, and Berg makes that save. Let's look at the keys to the game on that Linzer shot. Bulldogs keys to the game brought to you by Kohler.
Obviously, home advantage here. They're in their house and they get last change, so that's definitely an advantage for UMD. And then net front presence. We saw that on the first goal from UMD yesterday, and they're going to have to do that again to be effective.
Yeah, easier said than done, right? Against this MSU Mavericks team, they do a very good job, as you mentioned, in that defensive zone. That'll go all the way to Soderberg, and she'll jump on top of it. 15:50 to go, period number 1. Still scoreless here. But the Mavericks, they got the first lead yesterday, and we've talked about it yesterday and again today. Four games against the best two teams in the country a year ago that finished 1 and 2. You can't ask for a more challenging. The record says 0-3, but that is a deceiving 0-3, I think.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, even to see them scoring some goals, that they're able to do that. They're able to put the puck in. They have the talent to do it. So, again, every game is just helping them gain some confidence.
They were swept 1-goal games by the Buckeyes last weekend. Another overtime 1-goal game by the Bulldogs. We're in the national championship game. Rogie with a shot. Berg makes the save, and again, no rebounds as the Mavericks steer that to the side. Dealt with some contact there, but we play on. Hughes tried to get it over to Anderson. That didn't connect. King intercepts. Hanley intercepts that one. Here we go. Anderson 1-on-0. Anderson walks it in. Goal, Bulldogs! 4:57 in. Anderson makes it a 1-0 game. Took advantage of the turnover, and Anderson buries it for her third of the year. Berg got a piece of it, but not all of it.
Nope, not all of it. Really, really nice, quick transition by Hanley in the neutral zone to Anderson to catch Mavericks. Kind of on a line change, it looked like.
Yeah, she had a lot of room to roam once she got into Mavericks territory. You're exactly right. Bulldogs lead at 1-0. I think Hanley might get an assist. I think she had, if I'm not mistaken, gave her the puck.
Yep, it was kind of a behind-the-back pass in the neutral zone. She just knew where Anderson was coming. Got it right on the stick.
1-0 Bulldogs. There's a puck in front. 2-0 Bulldogs. Just like that. The Bulldogs make it 2-0 on a goal for UMD by Gabby Kraus. Kraus, right spot, right time. Everybody was looking the other way, and Kraus said, I'll just put it in the back of the net. Pass came from behind the net. Nobody was on Kraus, and she buried it. 2-0 Bulldogs.
That was kind of like giving Mankato a taste of their own medicine. That was how they got their goal yesterday. Everyone was looking behind. It is tough. You play behind the net.
It's her third of the year. Time of that goal is 5:28, I believe. So that was about 30 seconds after the other one. So 31 seconds apart. Kraus goal, her second of the year. They still haven't announced the Anderson goal. So Gabby Kraus, 2-0 Bulldogs, about 30 seconds between the two. Yeah, that's exactly how they worked the puck down low. The Mavericks did yesterday and found somebody in the slot. This time Gabby was wide open as well. Gabby Kraus, that is. 2-0 Bulldogs. What a start. 4 shots, 2 goals.
Scoring for your Bulldogs.
So here's the first announcement.
The third goal of the season for number 5, Taylor Anderson.
Anderson, the first goal. Yeah, Hanley gets credit. 4:57. Anderson from Hanley. And again, Gabby Hughes got a great feed. I can't remember who gave it to her, but that was awesome. We got a break in the action and a break on the ice. and we'll take a break. 13:37 to go, period number one. Bulldogs already out to a 2-0 lead over the Mavericks. Back after this, you're watching UMD Women's Hockey on My 9 Sports. Hey, hockey fans, UMD Stores has the area's largest selection of UMD wear and is open 7 days a week. Visit the campus store on Kirby Drive to see the newest gear for fans of all ages. Or shop online anytime, anywhere. UMDstores.com. UMD Stores, proud sponsors of Bulldog Athletics.
Number 18, Gabby Kraus.
Gabby Kraus with the goal. Goal number 2. McMahon. Yeah, 5:20. So that was only 23 seconds. My math was off. I'm at 23 seconds between the 2 goals. That was quick.
It was. And if you're UMD, that's what you want, to continue to put pressure on the Mavericks.
Anderson from Hanley. Kraus from McMahon. That was the first 5 minutes. Here we got 13:03 to go, period number 1. 2-0 Bulldogs. Puck back to the point there. Sending it around is Ramirez. Willie Ramirez. Puck in the corner. Hughes. Outlet pass Anderson. Bell circles down back in her own zone. Flaherty. And it doesn't connect. It might be icing. No, they play on. Meshuga had it out of the zone. Now the Bulldogs have it the other way. McMahon. 12:23 to go, period number 1. Job Smith to Kraus, who just scored. That was picked off by Meshuga. And then taken away is Stewart for UMD. Kraus. McMahon. McMahon with an assist. McMahon walks it in. McMahon still has it. Couldn't get a shot away. They tie up those sticks, don't they, the Mavericks defense?
Yeah, they do. They box out really well. They really try to eliminate any Bulldogs coming into their net.
Mavs get it here. Should be able to skate it out. They do. They try to get it to Buderick in the corner. She goes down. She had a good game, I thought, yesterday. Buderick did. 11:41 to go. Excuse me, 11:41. Rogie can't handle it. Mavericks have it the other way. Linzer now. Bulldogs off next weekend. Shot taken there by Ewan, or maybe it was probably a pass. Henderson with a pass that deflected into the corner. Mavericks now will be able to complete their line change. Soderberg leads it off there for Flaherty. Henderson. Koiva Henderson looking for her first Bulldog points. Davis looking for her first goal of the year. Rogie put it on net. Berg makes that save. This one will be icing. Should be. Let's take a look in Captain Emma Stauber. Here's a look at the captains currently for the Bulldogs that are following in your footsteps. The leaders of this team, Hanley, Hughes, and Bell. And so far, it's been a big factor for this team, don't you think?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, right out of the gate, they're leading the team. They're making a difference. I mean, Gabby and Ashton putting up the points that they're putting up, and Hanley kind of finding her way with the Gabby and Anderson on the top line. And you saw that in that first goal, that quick transition, completing, doing the little things, getting the puck on sticks, and creating opportunities with each other. So great leadership.
Ooh, absolutely. And Hanley had that first goal yesterday. To get the equalizer. UMD just had an opportunity there for the Bulldogs. That was O'Brien had almost scored. O'Brien's got it again on her stick. Look at the speed she has. Bell on the backhand, throws it in front. Couple of whacks at it there, and a little pushing and shoving afterwards.
Physical, just like yesterday.
Yeah. So there's the goal by Anderson. That made it a 1-0 game. And then Kraus, look at that, wide open. Everybody's looking behind the net, and that's where the puck was after Gabby's shot. Gabby wins another faceoff. She had I don't know what the final stats were, but she had 11 wins going into that third period in face-off wins yesterday.
Yeah, it's a crucial point of the game, and when you have a center that's just consistent like Gabby is, I mean, opportunities are going to present themselves.
Well, yeah, she got the game-winning assist because she won that draw, got it back over to Bell.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, those totals were even extended in overtime. As Gabby won, how important that was in overtime. Puck down low, right through the crease. Nobody in Mavericks jersey there. Shot, that one's knocked down. Hughes trying to get it out and does, or actually that's Hanley. Inside 10 minutes to go, so we'll break next whistle, 9:33 to go. Stewart across the line has Rogie with her and Linzer. Berg makes that save, but a rebound. Puck goes behind the net. Tuttle there for the Mavericks, tries to get it out and does. Baskin. Linzer. Comes Davis, across the line, towards the net, knocked down there. Those sticks, right? Langseth and the
stick on puck, yep.
That's exactly what
details.
They did. Wemple there. That was Wemple with that one. Buderick behind the net. Puts it in the corner. Again, the Bulldogs use their own sticks there to knock that one down. 8:50 to go. Baskin off the wall. Davis off the wall. It's back to the Mavericks. Too far for McMahon. Nelson has it. She sends it in the corner. Mavericks have the Gophers next weekend. Home and home with Minnesota. Bulldogs off. How about the Whitecaps? You playing next weekend?
Nope, we don't have any games till the beginning of November.
Oh, really? That long?
Yeah.
Wow. Emma's also a proud member of the Minnesota Whitecaps, which features also several Bulldogs. All the best to your squad there.
Thank you.
Have fun. Good luck. Flaherty. McMahon. And offsides is the call there. And a break in the action. 7:53. We'll take a break as well. The Bulldogs with a great start. 2 goals still in the first period. Bulldogs lead it 2-0. Back after this. You're watching Bulldog Women's Hockey on My 9 Sports. Bulldogs win another draw, Emma. I mean, it's a simple part of the game, but as you pointed out, a very important one.
And it was Gabby again, too.
Shocking. Shocking, isn't it? I mean, it really starts the offense. You don't have to go scrambling to get the puck when you already have it. So. Yep,
it's a chance for possession, and anytime you can get possession, I mean, you work so hard to get it, you want to keep it. So.
Gabby that time a little too fast, a little offsides. Gabby had the extra. She just probably want to take another draw. That's what it is. Yeah. She wants to take another draw. Head coach Mark Cole leaves that unit out there. There's a look at the bench for the Mavericks. Head coach John Harrington in his 8th year. Mark Cole in her 8th year as well. There's Barbro, the goaltender of record yesterday. Coach John Harrington and his staff changing things up, going with Luxembourg here tonight. I should say this afternoon. Baskin. Mavericks have it. They'll regroup. 7:08 to go. Period number 1. 2-0 Bulldogs. They had a 2-0 lead basically 5 minutes into the first period. Mavericks knock it down. Shot from the blue line. Knocked down. Never got through. There's Anderson. And no icing as the Mavericks touched it there at center ice. 9-2 shots on net, though. Picked off. Well, almost picked off. Jenna Lowry almost had it. Lowry does there. Plays it up ahead to Bell. That's always a good play. Lowry gets it from Bell. Hit the skate of Rogie. Lowry in the corner. Double team. Coming in from the point, Bell. Gambling a little bit. Up 2 goals, Lowry. Now Bell's going to skate off, I think. Yep. Oh, no, she's going to play it. Then skate off. Yeah. As long as she's heading that direction, might as well play it. I mean, you got to be smart about those changes, right? I mean, if puck comes there, you either got to you have to decide as a player if you're going to go on or off, right? That's a key play.
Yeah, right. I mean,
that's what
you always run in. Yeah, exactly. You run into issues where you hop off and you grab that just not intentionally, but it's just a
Exactly.
reaction. And so,
And that's what happened to Mavericks yesterday. They got called for too many players early in the game.
yep.
So it's that communication part. McMahon deep in the corner. Stewart swings it to the other side. Job Smith. Van Weeren on the backhand. Deflected. Loose puck. Tried to go back to McMahon, but couldn't get her stick on it. 5:25 to go opening period. Hear from Kylie Hanley after the first intermission. Or in the first intermission, I should say. She had the game's first goal for the Bulldogs yesterday, playing one of the captains. Job Smith takes it down low, and she's tied up along the wall. Hear from Ashton Bell after the second period, and head coach Maura Kroll after the game. Langseth, nice defensive play. Gets Bryant and the Mavericks going the other way. Hanley with a back check. Over to Hughes, to Anderson, 4:50 to go, so break next whistle. Anderson into the corner. Hughes comes up with it. Hughes collides there with the Maverick. Going back. Well, Bryant's going to win this race for them. Brooke Bryant can't get to the puck first, though. Ooh, Furman goes into the wall. Outlet pass too far, and we might have icing for UMD. And we are. 98th meeting between these two teams. UMD leads the all-time series, 79 wins, 9 losses, 9 ties. UMD wins 2-1. There's a good look at the UMD bench. They won 2-1 in OT last night. Head coach Maura Kroll with some instructions to her squad. Defensive zone face-off, and look at that, Emma. Who wins the draw? The Bulldogs.
Was it Gabby again?
This time she's not on the ice.
Not this time.
If she's on the ice, she would win it, but not this time. You're right. Rogie, Naomi was out there, which is almost like that. Flaherty. Now it's Rogie playing defense because Flaherty went into the corner. So then it's for that communication or just knowing where everybody is on the ice. So there's Rogie, your defender. Gotta like that, though, right? Doing what you got to do. And, ooh, almost a poke check into the back of the net by Tuttle. Tuttle had the puck in front of the net and just couldn't redirect it as much as she wanted to. 3:25 to go, and Rogie sends it towards the net. Now they'll get their line change out. King across the line for the Mavericks. They're making a change now. McMahon couldn't come up with it, so King controls it till her teammates come. Little collision there, play on. No penalty so far either way. McMahon, 3:02 to go, period number 1. McMahon across the line. McMahon, nice move, couldn't get a pass away though. Tried to go around the defender the fancy way. Job Smith fires one, Berg makes that save and holds on. And with that, a break in the action, we will take our final break of the period as well. Bulldogs lead it 2-0. Inside 3 minutes to go, opening period. You're watching Bulldog Women's Hockey on My 9 Sports. Bulldogs face off to the left of Alexa Berg. Congratulations, Kurt Weezy and the football team. 49-14 win over UMary this afternoon. That's where I started my day. Gorgeous afternoon for college football. Youth football day, tackle cancer day, and gorgeous win, big win for the Bulldog football team as that one's going to be icing on the Mavericks. So coming up on the Super One Foods intermission report, Alexis Bass will have more with Naomi Rogie. We'll hear more about Naomi and her journey here to this season. What's it like to get some bonus time with the Bulldogs? And Alexis, the great conversation on our in-house segment with Naomi Rogie coming up in the first intermission. That's after we talk with Kylie Hanley as well, all coming up in the Super One Foods intermission report with Alexis Bass. Soderberg covers up on that one. Face off in the Bulldog zone. So then here you go, Emma Stauber, player. Since you don't play now till November, you skate yourself. You must have a few practices, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you got to skate on your own too, I'd imagine, at some point.
Yeah, we have about 3 practices a week right now for the Whitecaps, and then I am able to get some ice up here in Duluth. So.
And then coach and broadcast and do everything else you do. So Thanks for making some time for us this weekend. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Bulldogs appreciate it. Have the former captain up here joining us. Two-time captain. You're assistant captain, right? Your junior year and then captain your senior year, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Puck's in the corner there. 2:07 to go. What's the key to getting the puck off the wall, Emma, as a defender? I know you've done it once or twice.
Usually I keep it there until I know that I got someone with me. If I can, if I'm the one pinned. If not, then I'm the one trying to dig it out and
good insight.
get it to the help.
Well, there's
But
three
got to
Bulldogs.
Control the hips and the corners, that's for sure.
Strong in your skates, right? I mean, that's where you got to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got those.
It's more of like an isometric hold in the corner. And
Never broken down a puck against the wall before, but who better to do it than somebody who's done it before than Emma Stauber? I've seen you do it a few times.
Yep.
You were very good at it, especially in the waning seconds of a Bulldog victory. You were tough to get the puck away from.
Yeah. Got to use your body, use your stick, and
That's what
defensively, it's those details we talk about, and
Yeah.
corner battles are a big part of the game.
And not talked about enough, I think. I mean, to get a puck off the wall to a teammate is a lot of work.
Yeah, absolutely. And then defensively, I mean, you don't want to get beat off the wall, and a lot of goals can start from that scenario if you do get caught on the wrong side.
Inside a minute here, folks. So that was the 1 minute announcement. We're at 43 seconds to go here in the opening period, but a great period, great start for the Bulldogs. Since then, things have settled down both ways after the Bulldogs have taken a 2-0 lead. Goals by Anderson and Kraus. As we have a puck in the corner there, just 28 seconds to go. Bulldogs off next weekend. They went out east, picked up 4 wins. A couple wins at home. This is their home opening weekend. And then they'll have a weekend off. Go ahead. You notice something that what'd you notice?
No, I think it's just this switch right here.
8 seconds to go, opening period. Hughes trying to get to the net. Anderson had the poke. I knew at one point I was going to get ball and puck. Confused.
You're doing too
during
many
this afternoon.
sports.
Well, that's another lead. Bulldog football team had a lead to work with, and the Bulldog women's hockey team has a lead to work with. 2-0 after the first period of play. Great start for the Bulldogs here at Game 2 with Minnesota State. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll hear from the Bulldogs goal scorer of a night ago, Kylie Hanley, senior captain. We'll hear from Kylie right after this. If she skates on over, which she's headed to the locker room now, hopefully we'll get her turned around and head back to the rink. Kylie Hanley. When we come back, Bulldogs lead at 2-0. You're watching Bulldog Women's Hockey on My9 Sports. Welcome back, everyone. Bulldogs with a nice lead after one period. First 20 minutes, 2-0 lead over Minnesota State. After one period of play, Tom Hansel on with Emma Stauber. Downstairs, Kylie Hanley joining us. And Kylie, first off, before we talk about this game, congratulations on your goal yesterday. It was a key goal right on the doorstep there in a 2-1 victory over the Mavericks. You knew it would be a close game yesterday, and your goal turned out to be a key one last night. Talk about that goal last night first.
Yeah, that was a really fun game last night. Gabby Hughes made an amazing pass to me backdoor, and I was able to stuff it upstairs on the goalie.
As a captain, as a leader, how you think the season's going? You can't ask for a better start. I mean, undefeated so far, Captain Kylie.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, continuing to work. We got more work to do. We're getting better each game. I think today so far we're doing well. We're continuing to work on our defensive zone entries, and yeah, we're getting better each day here.
Taylor Anderson gave you the 1-0 lead. Gabby Kraus the 2-0 lead. What's it like playing with Taylor and Gabby? Obviously, that's got to be a thrill as a player, as a captain, to be combined, certainly with those players. And, well, really, the rest of your lineup, for that matter.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. You know, they bring a lot of speed and skill. You know, if I keep my stick on the ice, they put the puck right on my stick, so it's been a lot of fun.
And then finally, second period. I know there's a lot of hockey to be played. How do you approach the second period with a 2-goal lead, Captain Kylie?
Yeah, I think we're just continuing to keep it consistent, use our speed, get pucks to net, and hopefully we can pop a couple more in here.
All right, enjoy, get some rest. Good luck in the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Yep, Kylie Hanley. I like that. Captain Kylie. I think I might stick with that this year.
Yeah, you got to use that one.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have the In the House segment. We'll tell you more about Naomi Rogie and her journey to this season. All that and more with Alexis Bass in the house. We'll be back after this timeout. You're watching Bulldog Women's Hockey on My 9 Sports. Bulldogs with a 2-0 lead after the first period. Time now for our In the House segment. Our Alexis Bass had a chance to talk to Naomi Rogie, one of the leaders, if you will, on this Bulldog women's hockey team. They have so many that are leading this team this year, and Naomi Rogie, one of them. Extended playing time with the Bulldogs. Here's Alexis Bass in the house. Alexis Bass with Naomi Rogie for this intermission segment report.
So Naomi, you're back for your 6th year. I'm sure you've probably referred to yourself as this being your grandma season, but I know your best season yet to come, hopefully. Yeah. What went into that decision-making process for you?
It was a no-brainer, honestly. The second coach asked me, I said yes, didn't even talk to my parents. I called them. I was like, hey, I'm coming back for another year. It just worked out for school-wise. I already knew that the Frozen Four was going to be back in Duluth, and that's a dream come true, right? You want to win, you want to be here, and you want to play as much as you can. And why rush life when you're able to live out your dream and with all your best friends at the same time?
Yeah, you said it best. And the Frozen Four being here, I know that has been a major motivating factor as to why you guys have so many women coming back on your team. What was that talk like when you guys finished, just a couple months ago is what it feels like?
Yeah, it was hard because, we got so close and we wanted to win. And so when it's coming back here, it seems kind of like a Cinderella story, but we don't think too far ahead. We're just trying to focus on the game that's at hand. And we know our goals at the end, and we know what we did in the off season is going to pay off when it comes time.
And talk about payoff. I mean, you do. The benefits that you guys, fingers crossed, will reap with having so many veterans back on this team. What did you guys kind of all make that decision together, or was it individual? What was the process of that?
It was definitely individual because everyone is on a different timeline when it comes to school and what their goals are in life. Like Anna Klein, who knew what she was going to do because she was in med school, and thank God she came back. But there's all those different factors that are put into it. But definitely when people found out and made a decision, we were always so excited for them.
And for you, I know you probably learned that early on back in 1920 when you had your knee injury. How has that really shifted your mindset and your perspective? Yeah,
that was a hard year. Absolutely. Watching the first game from the stands was really hard to wrap my head around. But that made the decision so much easier to come back is because I saw what life was like outside and I didn't want that quite yet. And I was just able to think about where I am at now and what hardships did I make it through and how better of a person I am because of that situation. And I made so many more connections with people on the deeper level when it came to that because there are emotional ups and downs and there are physical ups and downs, and it was just so nice to be able to have the team around me.
And I want you to bring me to a place when you're going to be playing the national championship. What is that going to look like for you? Go ahead and take me through that.
I'd have my whole family in the stands because they obviously will know it's going to be the last game of college hockey. When you're able to know that's going to be your last, you can put so much more into it and have so much more heart. And then just looking to the next game when we're getting ready as a team and realizing like that all the work we put into during the season and our goals and everything and our dreams are coming to fruition and they're coming true, and we get to step out on the ice together and look up and still see the Bulldog banners hanging up, to still see our logo in the ice. I think that just gives me chills, and to think about that, and I don't know, it's just so hard to put into words because there's something special that's happening in that locker room, and so much credit to our coaches for putting together such a well-knit team that doesn't matter who's on the ice, all of us are having fun, all of us are smiling, and all of us want to win.
So the ultimate dog pile.
Yes, exactly.
Well, thank you, Naomi. Good luck this season, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you around.
Inside the House is brought to you by Bullion RV.
Welcome back, everyone. Second period just about ready to get started. Goals 2-0 in favor of the Bulldogs. Goals by Anderson and Kraus for UMD. Shots on goal, again, a heavy advantage there, Emma, for UMD.
Yeah, I mean, UMD controlled a lot of that game, or a lot of that period, had a lot of possession. Mavericks didn't have a lot of opportunity in the offensive zone.
Face-off wins, 5 of those 9 belong to the one and only Gabby Hughes. Gabby, again, dominating in that area. No penalties taken, so a quick moving first period. And there's the Bulldogs coming back on the ice. This is the second Bulldog game of the day. There's been a lot of Bulldog activity, a lot of games on campus yesterday and today as we look at some of the scoreboards for scores for the Bulldogs, both yesterday and today. Here's today's one. Then 49-14, head coach Kurt Weezy and the Bulldogs get an NSIC win, 49-14. Jim Booz and company, they'll be playing at 4 o'clock as they take on Upper Iowa at Romano Gym. So busy, busy time in Bulldog country, and we're about set to start the second period here at Amsoil Arena. Tom Hansen, Emma Stauber. Here we go. Still 40 minutes to go. Same goalies. Different spots, so they switch ends.
Yep, switching ends, long change.
Hughes, Hanley, and Anderson. Boy, she had a big smile on her face, and why not after a goal yesterday. 5-0 start, 2-0 lead here. She had a big smile in that interview that we did with Kylie. Following in your footsteps as a captain and complimenting her line mates and teammates.
Just great personality all around, and good people, well-spoken.
Absolutely. Managed to catch her breath in time to share some comments with us. After skating hard first 20 minutes, here's Anderson. Had it, lost it. There's Bell. Hanley now is going to skate off. Bell walks it in. Bell in the slot. Bell with a shot. And a save made by Berg. That goes into the corner. The patience you have as a shooter, Emma, to win the, pull that trigger and take that shot. She waited, and finally let one go.
Yep, she came in the left side, cut the top of the circle, and basically created herself that opportunity with lateral skating, and Mavericks couldn't get a stick on it.
She had the game winner 14 seconds in yesterday in overtime.
Same patience there on that one, too.
Something too? Yep. That one she kept down low, just kind of tucked in the corner in the OT game winner, and Captain Bell finished it off yesterday. Puck through the slot, knocked down. Mavericks pick it up, though. Opportunity here. Shot, that's knocked down as Stewart got a piece of that one. And here comes the Bulldogs the other way. That's Hughes. Hughes gets to the red line, to the blue line. Hughes takes it in the zone, triple teamed as her teammates are changing. That's got to be hard, getting around three players. But when you're up for the Player of the Year award like she was last year, you're going to get a lot of attention.
Oh, yeah. They got to keep their eye on her, that's for sure.
Anderson trying to get the puck up ahead. Tuttle intercepts for the Mavericks. They work it into the corner. With it, there's Otremba. Otremba has it again behind the net. Otremba for the Mavericks. Goes back out on top with it. Just underway, second period. Again, we apologize about the clock. Hopefully we'll get that rectified here soon. Try and give you time update. 17:48 to go here, second period. Hanley going to dump it into the corner, and the Mavericks will try and quickly get it out. Shots 13-4 right now as we're hitting about 2.5 minutes into this period. No icing. Bulldogs pick it off there. There's Flaherty. And comes out to neutral ice. Krause had it, lost it. Langseth brings it in, but then she's bumped off the play, and Bell goes back to get it. Guess if you're an Olympic gold medalist, you can skate through the crease with the puck, right?
I'd be a little nervous.
I wouldn't do
that.
it myself. She had total confidence in that move. Emma kept a close eye on her, though. Krause. That's Henderson, one of the new players for the Bulldogs. Toiva Henderson out of British Columbia. Number 19. Keep wanting to say the other 19 that played there. Anna Klein. I think that was Kleiner's number, wasn't it? I think 19 was Kleiner's number a year ago for several years. Henderson fires it right back in. Over 4 minutes in, still the same score, 2-0 Bulldogs. Rogie, though, try to poke check it away. Here come the Mavericks out of their own end. Guttormson across the line. Guttormson takes it low behind the net. Still with the throws it in front, almost went off a skate. That's another thing, too, is Emma, I'm guessing you always have to be cognizant of where your skates are and what direction. You don't want to puck redirected off your skate, do you? That's one thing you want to avoid as well.
Yeah, I've gotten scored on a few times by that. I mean, you try not to be in the way so that your goalie can, make the save or cover that rebound, but sometimes it just, you can't help it. Nothing you can do about it.
The angle odds aren't with you at times, right? Linzer's just going to flip it into the corner. Berg gets a piece of that one. Going to get it for the Mavericks is Wemple. Tuttle now. Tuttle into the Bulldog zone with some speed. High slot shot. That's deflected by Bell. Goes into the corner. Again, Bulldogs not giving them a second opportunity there, are they?
Right, no. A little bit more ozone time here by the Mavericks, though, the first few minutes of the second period.
4.5 minutes into the second, as Emma mentioned, still early on. 2-0 Bulldogs. Trying to get it off the wall. The Mavericks, puck in the corner. And they do. There's Bell. Bell seems to be all over. Wherever the puck is, Bell is today, it seems to be. Bell. O'Brien. O'Brien takes it in, shoots, just misses the net, kept it low. Mary-Kate O'Brien looking for her first Bulldog goal and almost found it there, didn't she?
Yeah, good idea there, going back post, trying to possibly create a rebound with that low shot like you mentioned.
We have our first penalty, and our first timeout, I believe. It should be our first break of this period, and we do. We'll tell you all about the penalty when we come back. Bulldogs lead the Mavericks 2-0, a penalty on the Bulldogs. Back after this, you're watching Bulldog Women's Hockey on My 9 Sports. Danielle Bergen hitting the penalty box here. There it is, the end of the play. Bergen had contact there, I think, with the Mankato player, and it's either cross-checking or boarding, maybe even elbowing. We'll see what the official call is. But body checking is the call. Great stop there by Soderberg on the Mavericks. So Danielle Bergen just kind of going hard into the bench area, trying to get the puck free, and body checking for Danielle Bergen for the Bulldogs, freshman from Lindstrom, Minnesota. So the first power play for the Mavericks. Mavericks power play at 33%. Bulldogs penalty kill 85% coming into the weekend. 14-12 to go. We still 1:18 to go in this Mavericks power play, and the Bulldogs send it all the way down. That's the key, right, Emma? You get the puck and just fire it as soon as you can defensively, right? You want to get it out of the zone?
Yeah, for sure. When you're in your end, you want to get it out of there. If you're in the offensive end, you somehow get possession, then you want to kind of control it, bring it back into the neutral zone. But in that case, yep, send it down.
Little collision at the line, and Tuttle went in before the puck did, so that's offsides. There's Danielle, freshman forward for the Bulldogs, still looking for her first points. Mary-Kate O'Brien still looking for her first points this year. She had an assist last year. Henderson still looking for her first points as a Bulldog, and Baskin still looking for her first Bulldog goal. So we'll see if any of those can add to their totals here. And 43 seconds on the power play for the Mavericks. They did get a shorthanded goal yesterday for the Mavericks on special teams. Bulldogs do get it out of the zone.
Good job here by UMD not letting Mavericks set up at all in their zone, taking away time and space. Masuga takes it deep, and then O'Brien there just sends it down, or Katie Davis right on net. Actually, that's a shot on net. Katie Davis, the Bulldogs will be able to get a change in there with 18 seconds to go on the power play for the Mavs. Langseth works it into the corner. Stewart around the boards. And with that, perfect penalty kill for the Bulldogs right there. 2-on-1 though. Bobick walks it in. Soderberg, a big stop for UMD. Great job by her coming out on top of the crease to challenge the shooter.
Wow, taking a look at him. Bobick comes in, and by the time Stewart got there, enough to take her out for a rebound opportunity, but that was a key save by Emma Soderberg.
Yeah, great pressure by the Mavericks on the blue line to create that turnover and odd man situation.
5-0 for Emma. Listen to this stat. 0.83 goals against average so far this year. So not a lot of pucks getting behind her so far this year. Henderson, nice feed to Hanley. Save percentage, 95% for Emma on this year. And coming back for another year for her. Hughes tried to get over to Hanley. Captain Kylie. Anderson. Kylie is there. Mavericks get to it first and send it all the way down, and I believe that we'll have an icing. Yeah, we do. Another icing on the Mavericks come all the way down. It's the key in that second period. Usually, the longer change they call it, and it's a lot of communication too. Isn't it a little more of a challenge changing it in the second period, or not really?
Yeah, not as much for the forwards, but for the defense, it's a long ways to get off the ice and allow your new defense to get out and adjust to the play. So you want to make sure you get that red line and get it in deep. But in that situation, just chip it into the neutral zone and change one at a time so you don't get caught. But yeah, there's a lot of communication that has to happen between the D and then making sure the defense on the bench know you're coming.
Yeah, especially though it's that second period. You're right. All the time, but especially at this case, as you pointed out. Kraus across the line. Kraus for UMD takes it into the corner. 11:44 to go here, second period, 2-0 Bulldogs. Just one penalty, that's all. It's been a very quick game that way.
Yeah, they're letting them play, not a lot of stoppage.
Yeah. Sometimes that game, too, gets a little bit more physical, sometimes we find over the years, than game one. Dancing around the goal was McMahon, but couldn't get a shot away, so she cycled it into the corner. He's back to Stewart, over to Job Smith. Job Smith, high slot. Linzer lets one go. McMahon is there in front, one-timer! And Van Weeren's shot is deflected away.
That was another chance coming from below the goal line, getting everyone to look behind.
Mavericks. Yeah, that's got to be, talk about head on a swivel there. When that puck's behind the net, you got to be constantly looking up and then who's where when the puck is behind that red line.
Yeah, it's very difficult to cover any type of play coming from behind the net.
Mavericks out to center ice. Masuga. Masuga takes it wide. Madison Masuga. Nobody there. 10:33 to go. Bulldogs should be able to clear, and they do. Rogie. Rogie has Bergen with her, and then Bergen took an extra step, and it'll be offsides. 10:26 to go. Let's remind fans about some of our fine sponsors like UMD Stores. Hey, hockey fans, the very best in UMD gear is available right now at UMD Stores. Jerseys, sweatshirts, t-shirts, caps, gifts, and so much more. Store open 7 days a week on campus or shop online anywhere at umdstores.com. UMD Stores, proud sponsors of Bulldog Athletics. Looking for our second Bulldog win of the day today. Football team with a win earlier. See if the women's team can get one, and maybe a triple header for 3 wins. Jim Boos and company starting right now. Volleyball team at home played very well. They beat Winona State yesterday. They have Upper Iowa national ranked UMD volleyball team. Hughes 3-on-2. Here come the Bulldogs. Hanley, Anderson. This is the top line. See if they can work some magic. And it was deflected away by Nelson behind the net. I think they were a little surprised. I think Anderson was a little surprised it was 3-on-2 like that. Bell. And by that time, the Mavs were able to kind of regain and get in position defensively from the Bulldogs. O'Brien, slot, shot Lowry, save made by Berg on that shot by Jenna Lowry. 9:14 to go, period number 2. Break in the action. We'll take a break as well. Bulldogs holding on to that 2-0 lead. You're watching Bulldog Women's Hockey on My 9 Sports. Almost halfway through this game now, Emma. 2-0 lead. I think, as a defender, you like that, right? I mean, you can play safe. You don't have to take too many chances, right, as a defenseman?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of are in control of the game, but they always have that saying that 2-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey. So they got to be careful of that if there's no more scoring for the second period heading into the third.
The wisdom, yes. Correct. Quickly can become a 1-goal game and then a tie game, exactly.
Well, you saw how quick you can get 1 goal and then another goal in the first period for UMD, so that can be the same way for the Mavericks.
Was my math semi-close when I said 23
I think you
seconds?
You said 30 or guesstimated 30, so yeah.
Yeah, 23 seconds. Isn't that something? So we got a penalty here, 8:39 to go, and the Mavericks take their first penalty, so we'll see the Bulldogs power play. No, other box, yep. So in the box will be for Mankato Wimple. Wimple gets the call for the Mavericks. This is, again, they're perfect on the penalty kill. Granted, we're only 4 games in, but 100% of the kills so far for the Mavericks.
Yeah, they did a great job yesterday pressuring the puck carrier, and on power play, you know, you could see a little bit of panic for UMD yesterday, but we'll see how it goes today.
Jack to Flaherty. Flaherty swings over to Hughes. Hughes with a shot, rebound, and Job Smith couldn't get there. Bulldogs 30% of the power play coming into this weekend. Loose puck. Bell comes up with it. Look at all the Mavericks camped out in front of the net there. Bell, not letting them roam on top, that's for sure. Flaherty, Hughes down low. Berg steers that in the corner. Got to be hard with all that traffic. Get a puck through, much less a body.
Yeah, Mavericks are very disciplined. They're not running around. They're protecting, the middle of the house and trying to take away lanes while UMD stays on the perimeter.
There you go. Get a chance. They send it down. Get at least a partial change for the Mavericks. Actually, yeah, most of them were able to change. Still a minute to go on the power play here for the Bulldogs. 7:35 to go in the second. UMD up 2-0. Looking for the sweep against Minnesota State, who, as you said yesterday, receiving votes nationally. So don't let that 0-3 record fool you. This is a very talented, very good Minnesota State Mavericks team. Hanley with a shot. Berg makes that save and holds on, and there'll be a face-off in the Mavericks zone. Still 34 seconds to go.
Yeah, UMD's got to try to find a way inside this Maverick box in front of the net.
Hanley will take the draw. They win another one. How key and critical they are. Baskin, Hanley, down low, 26 seconds to go. See if Baskin can get goal number one as a Bulldog. Hanley, back over to Van Weeren. She only got a piece of that one. Still loose in front. Van Weeren again. Van Weeren, Hanley, shot, Berg save, and Linzer was on the doorstep. No rebound to be had. Face off again to the Maverick zone. Take another look at the opportunity here, but Berg rises to the challenge. Lexa Berg out of White Bear Lake. Just 9 seconds to go, and then Whipple will come out of the box. And they're back to full strength. And now, 5-on-5, so again, still perfect for the Mavericks on penalty kills this year. Guttormson at the point. Henderson for UMD. Leaves it there for O'Brien. O'Brien, there's to Bergen. Danielle Bergen. Bergen sends it in, and she's going to skate off. Mavericks deep in their own zone. Picked off UMD. Anderson couldn't get a handle on it. And here comes Bryant and the Mavericks the other way at 6:10 to go in the period. She fires it in the corner. Stewart there for the Bulldogs. Anderson flips it off the wall. There's Hughes. Tuttle there. Anderson off the wall, works it down low. 5:45 to go, and then the other thing, Emma, looking at the scoreboard, just 6 shots on net, so the Bulldogs defense certainly playing very well today.
Yeah, I think the UMD defense are really doing a good job of not allowing the Mavericks to have any space coming into the zone, and that comes from the back pressure of UMD's forwards as well, and they're just, anytime the Mavericks get the puck, they're turning it over.
Well, I mean, they took a shot right there. It was deflected, went wide, but there was no purple jerseys in front of the net at all. Here it's 2-on-2. Hanley works it down low to Krause. So they're doing a nice job themselves, the Bulldogs are defensively. McMahon, Van Weeren. And then playing all the lines, I think that certainly helps, keeping this a fresh unit for UMD. Everybody's getting some ice time here.
Yeah, especially in the second game. I mean, Mora in her press conference before the weekend was talking about utilizing all 4 lines and the expectations of being able to use them, and it just continues to grow the team and helps prepare them for the end of the season.
Inside 5 minutes, so that means a break at the next whistle. If we do get a break, Flaherty flips it towards the net. We'll talk about that here when we get some time. As Linzer gets it off the wall, about how a defender just keeps a play alive by not necessarily putting it on net, but just keeps the puck deep. And the reasons and rationale for that, but we'll wait till you get a little more time to talk about that. Here comes the Mavericks. Oh, maybe not. Bulldogs pick it off. Rogie turns and fires. That's knocked away. Rogie gets it back again. Back to Bell. 4:06 to go. Ashton walks it in. Walks it in. Still has it on the backhand, on the forehand. Comes back on top to Flaherty. Flaherty takes the shot. Berg the save. Rebound. Rogie tries to jam it home. Can't. She was tied up. O'Brien, it goes over Katie Davis's stick. Flaherty takes the shot. That goes over the cage. They are buzzing now for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I almost felt like Mankato was on a penalty kill there for a sec, but they've been out there for quite a while. Can't get off again. Long change here, so.
I think you nailed it. This one, this could be an icing if it goes all the way down. It is. So let's, as a defender, and I think that created that opportunity, right? You just kept the puck alive in the corner so they couldn't get off, right? That's what the Bulldogs did.
Yeah, they were just trying to put it into soft spots so that they knew that their teammate was going to be the one to get it and keep possession, keep on the outside, and be patient, trying to create those lanes or open those lanes up for spaces to attack.
So sometimes it's not putting it on the net; it's just where there's space, right?
Yep.
Where your team might be able to get it first.
Yep, exactly. And even sometimes as a D, you can use the boards as well. If you can't get that shot through to the net, you can use the boards to get it to bank off and create a rebound or an opportunity for one of your forwards to get the puck that way.
Loose puck. There's Bergen, almost batted home her first Bulldog goal there. She was camped out in front. She had an opportunity against Bergen. Danielle Bergen had an opportunity. Here comes the Mavericks. Langseth had it, and then Hanley took it away from her. Baskin up ahead to Hughes. 3 minutes to go here in the second period of play. Bulldogs up 2-0. Henderson. Oh, just too far for McMahon. But McMahon was there first, I thought, but it is icing. And 2:52 to go. And we have a break, I think. I guess we're taking a break. I thought we were all good, but 2:52 to go. Break in the action. We'll take a break. Oh, no, there's a penalty. Either way, we'll be back after this. You're watching Bulldog Women's Hockey on My 9 Sports. So as we check out the national rankings, U.S. College Hockey Online poll, Ohio State #1, Bulldogs 4, and Minnesota State has played two of the top 4 teams in the country in the first 2 weekends of play. That just goes to show their strength of schedule and the way things have played out. So when you look at their record, it says 0-3. That is really a deceptive 0-3 because they've all been one-goal games against two of the top 4 teams in the country.
And then they have Minnesota next weekend,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah. And they're this second seed. So,
yeah, look at that.
Tough.
Berg with the save, and then I think another save on the rebound. So, yeah, when you look at the rankings, Minnesota State, that's a challenging start to their season with the national champions, the runner-up, and then the Gophers all within the first 3 weekends. And
I think the key there is trying to stay positive in the good things that they're doing.
Yeah, and they're doing a lot.
Right, exactly.
Like goaltending here. I mean, Berg makes that save. Sometimes, that trickles by, but she had the presence of mind to find it, get on top of it, and make another save. I agree. I think John and this defensive-minded team they have certainly has done wonders here now in his 8th year. There's going to be a penalty on the Mavericks, tripping call, so a little too defensive there as McMahon, you can see right there, was tripped up. So I think Meshuggah is going to go to the penalty box for tripping. Madison Meshuggah, 2-minute minor. Usually if you're going to get called for tripping, you probably shouldn't do it right in front of the official, but then again, it indicated a scoring attempt, though, right? I mean, so when you look at it that way, that's when you do want to take one, right, in her defense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that it was super intentional to do that, but yeah, you're right. I mean, there are times where you got to do something to keep the puck out of the net.
So the Bulldogs go back to the power play. Flaherty, high slot, takes the shot. That deflects wide. McMahon is there trying to shovel it home. Couldn't. Comes back over to Hughes. Hughes back to Flaherty. Flaherty, high slot, back to Bell. Bell walks it in. Bell to Dot. Ashton, last night's hero, trying to add to the totals, but then she had lost it to Minnesota State. Nice job defensively. Bobbitt got there and knocked it away from her. Bulldogs keep it in, though. Yes. Bell, rink wide. Hughes down low. McMahon tried to go to Bell, but she was tied up. 1:55 to go in the period, 1:19 in the power play. Flaherty, Hughes. Hughes with the shot into outer space. I think it deflected off a stick and hit the netting
Yeah,
up
it looked
above.
like it got tipped there.
Yep.
Good composure by Flaherty on the blue line, though, with that pressure, and could have easily bobbled it, and the puck could have came out, but she held her ground on the blue line to continue the power play in the O-zone.
So Baskin's out there, Emma.
I know.
Maybe. Baskin's looking for her first Bulldog goal. She does have a point already this year. She's got the puck right now. Baskin gives it over to Kylie. Back to Linzer. Baskin will keep it into the zone. High slot. Works it down on the wing. Kraus already has a goal. Linzer. Van Wieren. There's Baskin. Baskin still with it. Baskin over to Van Wieren. Couldn't get a shot off yet. She's tied up. Good stick work there by the Mavericks. Baskin. Oh, she couldn't hold it in. We'll have to regroup with 1:07 to go. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Linzer. Up ahead, Lowry. Lowry on the wing. Still 20 seconds to go in the power play. Swings it over opposite side. Again, we'll hopefully get that clock fixed here soon, folks. Apologize for that. There's just 47 seconds to go in the period. So kind of at the end of the period, end of the power play. O'Brien collides there with one of the Mavericks. 3, 2, 1. It looks like the Mavericks are again perfect on the penalty kill this year.
I know we keep talking about it, but it's the details. It's the stick position, and they're not running around. They're not chasing, and they're sacrificing themselves to block shots and keep the Bulldogs wide.
Offside.
Looks like she pushed her.
How was that not offsides as Meshuggah got into the I thought into the zone before the player did, but either way, no, we play on. It was just funny where one Mankato player hits another one into the offensive zone. So 2 periods in the books, no scoring in that second period. Some good chances really for the Bulldogs, but could not take advantage. And they still lead it 2-0. They had a 2-0 lead after the first on goals by Anderson and Kraus. And here still lead it 2-0 after 2. We'll take a break. When we come back, we will hear from Ashton Bell, another captain, and get her thoughts on the year and coming back with the Bulldogs. All that and more when we come back. Bulldog Hockey on My Nine Sports. Welcome back, everyone. Bulldogs with a 2-0 lead after 2 periods of play here at Amsoil Arena. The Bulldogs certainly playing well this weekend, and one person who in particular made a difference yesterday is Ashton Bell with a game-winning goal in overtime. And Ashton, first off, welcome back to the Bulldogs in your Bulldog home jerseys. What's it like being back here? I know you had a phenomenal year with the Olympic team for Canada. What's it been like being back with your Bulldog teammates and back here at Amsoil Arena? First and foremost, Ashton, welcome back to Bulldog country.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's awesome to be back here at Amsoil. Was so excited to get back on the ice yesterday here, and putting on the Bulldog J in our home barn was pretty special.
Tell us about overtime. You just decided to end it 14 seconds in, took control of the puck. Again, Gabby won so many draws. Was that a design play? Were you going to end it in 14 seconds? Tell us about yesterday's game and the game winner.
Yeah, no, Gabby's been awesome on the face-off, and that was a huge win to get that puck right off the bat there in the 3-on-3. And, yeah, we just wanted to end it quickly, and, yeah, was able to take it to the net and put it in. So,
well, and so in today's game, your Bulldog team has got off to a great start. First 5 minutes, a 2-0 lead. So your teammates picked up right where you left off with a couple quick goals. Talk about the early start for your team here tonight.
Yeah, it was a great start for us. That was a key focus of ours heading in today, was getting a good start, getting pucks in deep, and getting to work. And I think we got away from it there a bit in the second. So just coming out in the third, playing smart hockey and getting pucks deep and taking shots. I think we're trying to be a little too cute right now in the O-zone, so just getting pucks to net and bearing the rebounds and stuff. So
you've been all over the ice. What's it been like to be back, being comfortable offensively, defensively? That puck seems to find your stick. What's it been like being back here, and what do you need to do here in the third as we wrap it up here, Ashton?
Yeah, no, it's great being back, having a little more responsibility and being more offensive. So yeah, just heading into the next 20 here, just playing smart hockey, getting pucks deep, not trying to be too cute, and yeah, just a good solid 20 here to finish the game off.
Thank you very much for your time. Welcome back to Bulldog Country. Ashton Bell, thank you. One of
Thank
the captains.
you.
Yep, you're welcome, Ashton. You're former Bulldog captain yourself, Emma, and she doesn't shy away. She knows that she's going to be more involved, and all these captains we talked to, Kylie, obviously Gabby, where we're going to hear from here momentarily, and then obviously Ashton, they have a great leadership team here, don't they?
Yeah, they do, and they all have, they all kind of have their own unique role when they come together as their leadership core. And you heard her talk about being more offensive and having that responsibility. And I think, especially after last year, coming off of her experience, that's definitely earned, and the team's going to be depending on her in those situations, like we saw yesterday in overtime.
So talented in so many different ways. So when we come back, we'll have more in the house, and we'll hear from another Bulldog captain, Gabby Hughes. That and more when we come back. Bulldogs with a 2-0 lead, all smiles and waves here at Amsoil Arena. We'll be back right after this on My 9 Sports. Welcome back, everyone, to the Super One Foods Intermission Report. And tell you what, Gabby Hughes is doing a phenomenal job. She's got at least a point in every game this year for the Bulldogs. She was up for the Player of the Year award a year ago, making a difference for the Bulldogs on the ice, off the ice. Our Alexis Bass has more in the house with Gabby Hughes of the Bulldogs in this intermission report.
All right, Gabby, you're back at your 5th year, but this time you have a C on your jersey, so can you just talk about what that means to you?
Yeah, it's definitely an honor just to follow up all the captains and leaders that we've had in the past through the UMD program. To be able to follow up and follow in on their legacy is just such an honor, and to be labeled as such a leader for the team, I'm super excited and very blessed. And
you talk about your legacy. How do you want to write that this year? I mean, your legacy has been extremely rich the last several years here, but this being your last go around, talk about what you want that to look like.
Yeah, I just a little personal legacy I'd like to leave is just everyone to give it their all every second that they have, and not leave anything left behind, and not take any moment for granted. I think that's super important because it really flies by. I don't feel like I'm a 5th year, but it really does go by really fast. So just trying to teach and leave that legacy that everyone soak up every moment you get, but also the legacy that we're such an eager group to win a national championship, and for no one to ever lose that in the Bulldog name.
You also have several players coming back due to COVID years, those sort of things. So talk about the benefits of having those veteran players back on the roster.
Yeah, it's huge. We got Ashton Bell back. Obviously, having her back after winning a gold medal is huge, and just to have her in the locker room again is awesome. She's such a great leader and a very close friend to all of the girls on the team. So having her back in the locker room and the ice is going to be huge. But just all the girls that we get to have back for one more year in my class and Ashton's class with Naomi Rogi, I think is such a great thing to have, is all that experience, and we could really guide those younger girls and build them up and get them ready for seasons to come after us. And I think that's just super important for us, but also for the younger girls to grow.
And for you, part of your legacy has been with mental health, Green Banana Project, Sophie Squad, which is just, I mean, it's left so much importance and a big stamp on this program. So talk about what that has meant to you these last several years, as I know that you hope to make that and echo that into this next season.
Yeah, it's meant everything to me. I think last year being the first year of Sophie Squad and really getting that going, to have a event at the Division I level here in Duluth and have just so much support from the whole entire community and the staff at Amsoil was unlike anything else, and it made me feel so warm inside. And I think carrying that out this year and to keep spreading the awareness and that it's okay to not be okay, and just to talk about it and get the word out there and help people see that it is a problem right now is just super important to me. So hopefully I can carry that out this year again, but also the girls that will be here when I'm gone will be able to carry that out.
Well, thank you, Gabby. We appreciate you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Inside the House is brought to you by Bullion RV.
Welcome back, everyone. Third period just about ready to start as the Bulldogs hit the ice. Bulldogs 2-0 with goals. Shots on goal, Emma, certainly dominated by the Bulldogs, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. It definitely helped getting some shots on the power play, but the Mavericks were still able to hold them off.
And as far as faceoffs go, Gabby Hughes has won 9 of the 19 faceoffs for the Bulldogs. Langseth has won 7 of her 12. for of their 12 for the Mavericks. Nobody has converted any power plays. 2 penalties for 4 minutes for the Mavericks, 2 penalties for the Bulldogs, or 1 penalty for 2 minutes for UMD. Check out some scores. It's been a busy day on the UMD campus as Kurt Weezy and the Bulldog football team racked up another conference win, 49-14, your final score in that one. Thanks to Matt McConico for bringing us home in the second half on that one on My Nine Sports so I can get down here. Bulldogs an impressive 4-0 at home now at Milwaukee Stadium in the Upper Iowa UMD volleyball game just getting underway, probably game 1 in progress right now. And so a lot happening up in Bulldog country. So here we go, third period. Bulldogs 20 minutes away from a potential sweep of the Mavericks here in Duluth. Hughes, Hanley, and Anderson up front. We are underway. Bulldog hockey here in the third period on My Nine Sports, and we have an offsides. So what happens? What's the game plan here, defensive superstar captain? You're up by 2 with 20 minutes to go. What's the game plan?
I think you got to play simple and get it over that red line. Obviously, you don't want to not try to score, but at this point, that you don't need another goal. So being super disciplined in systems in all zones, in the defensive zone, neutral zone, and the offensive zone. Hold the lines and keep the pressure on, keep the Mavericks on their heels.
And at this point, probably, if you can, stay out of the box, right? You don't want to give the Mavericks any opportunity to jump back into this game. Worst lead in hockey, of course, according to many, right?
Yeah,
2-goal lead. Mavericks trying to clear it out. That's King. Holding the zone is Van Weeren momentarily. Now it comes back out. Stewart for the Bulldogs. 19:20 to go. Third period here at Amsoil Arena. Bulldog men's hockey team off this weekend. Bulldog women's hockey team will be off next weekend. Van Weeren across the line. Van Weeren takes the shot. That deflects high and out of play, and it'll be a face-off in the Mankato zone. Mavericks get the goal first next weekend, home and home with Minnesota. UMD 27-12-1 a year ago, and that last loss in the national championship game. And it's good to see 2 WCHA teams in that title game. Certainly, we'd like to see a different result, but again, it speaks for the league, right? When you think of the championship caliber players and teams, and 2 of the best right there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we had the poll up here just last period, and you can see the presence that the WCHA has, and it just goes to show you how strong it is over here.
Goes to show you how well Stewart just played that, because it was potential 2-on-0, and they couldn't get a shot or a pass off there. And Stewart doing what she needed to do, help out the team there. And now that one squirts free, and Berg's going to jump on top of it. So let's check out, speaking of polls, with the high rankings comes some high honors. Ashton Bell, who we just heard from, Defender of the Month. She's phenomenal month for the Bulldogs. Had the game winner yesterday, WCHA Goaltender of the Week and Month. Emma Soderberg, Maggie Flaherty, WCHA Defender of the Week. I mean, a lot of honors in the WCHA for these Bulldogs. Comes with a lot of talent, and it goes to show you why they're 5-0 as well at this point.
Yeah, obviously their contributions are the reason why UMD has had the start that they've had this year.
For those that don't know, the end of the women's college hockey season will be right here at Amsoil Arena. Bulldogs again hosting the Women's Frozen Four National Championship Tournament here. Should be exciting, and certainly a lot of people in Bulldog country would like to see the Bulldogs in that contest. They've been to the last 2 Frozen Fours, and see if they can do it this year. Is Linzer 1 against 2. Linzer cuts in front of the net, allows her teammate to change. Hughes in the corner. Hughes down low. Hughes dancing with it, try to get it back over to Hanley, doesn't connect. But again, almost starting that offense behind the net. Seems to be a focus too. Maybe Emma on purpose is creating some opportunities behind the net.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can get your opponent looking behind the net and hopefully have someone sneak behind them and get free, I mean, the better opportunities you're going to have.
So that was Bell with a shot. Hughes got to the rebound. Hughes gets to that loose puck. That'll be Hanley, another captain. You got 3 captains on this line right now. Hanley, Hughes, and there's the other captain, Bell. Bell, who we just heard from high slot, takes the shot, tipped, just goes wide as Hughes was in front. Flaherty in the corner. Flaherty in front. She takes the shot. Berg makes the save. So much for playing back and playing a defensive game, huh? We just saw a flurry of 3 or 4 shots from the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need another goal, but you also can't get complacent and sit back. So they got to keep the pressure on and play simple.
That was a simple pass. Kraus couldn't get her stick on it, though. She was tied up. King should be able to clear it and does. Here comes Bobick. Bobick crossed the line. Bobick takes it wide. Can't get a shot away because Stewart's stick was right there. Great play by Stewart. Taylor Stewart for the Bulldogs. Been impressed with her this weekend as well. There's McMahon. McMahon in the corner. 16:23 to go, third period. Bulldogs lead it 2-0. They scored twice in the first 5 minutes, and nobody has scored since that time. Van Wieren, McMahon. And then with that, the Bulldogs were able to keep it deep, keep the pressure down there, and get a clean change in here. All at the same time with just 3 players. Well done. Baskin holds the zone. Baskin swings it on over to Furman. Furman, that's knocked down behind the net. McMahon tried to go in front. Katie Davis get her first goal of the year. Davis tried to send it out front. There's Linzer with a shot. Just sent it wide. Davis off the boards. Turns, spins, cycles the other way. Furman at the point. Swings it on over as now Rogi's out there. Baskin. Got Linzer there. Baskin. Furman. Furman walks it in. Shot. Hit traffic. Cleared. Not out. Linzer. Shot. Hit traffic. Rogi. Wow. This first 5 minutes have been in the Maverick zone for most of it. Block shot. Picked it up. Lowry with a shot. That missed the net. And now they'll come all the way out. Wow. It's a dominating 5 minutes there, Emma.
Yeah, a lot of pressure, a lot of chances, but there were the Mavericks blocking shots and picking up sticks, too.
There you go. Rogi takes the shot. That was deflected. Goes behind the net. Mavericks the other way out of their own zone. Bryant had it. Gets it back. And then knocked down by Bell. Loose puck that goes into the corner. Picked off the wall. Shot. And that goes the other way. Shot taken there by Nelson for the Mavericks. Bryant's trying to get off the wall. Now Nelson will try and get it off the wall, but that's Bergen that gets there first. Smart play by the freshman. Just gets it out. Lowry across the line. Lowry lost it. Comes back over to Bell for UMD. Anderson sees the lane, walks it in, takes the shot, and holding on is Berg. Going to be a face-off with 14:29 to go. Breaking the action. We'll take a break. Bulldogs lead it 2-0. Back after this timeout. You're watching Bulldog Women's Hockey on My 9 Sports.
Choose Ogsden's Body and Paint when your car needs repairs.
Good news from Romano Gym. Bulldogs take game 1 against Upper Iowa in volleyball, 25-21 against the Upper Iowa Peacocks. Jim Booz's team looking for back-to-back home wins up on campus as well. So Bulldog Country is buzzing so far this weekend. Lots of wins. Puck into the corner. Flaherty there. Flaherty trying to get it off the wall. Up ahead, Hughes. Hughes across the line. Hughes spun around, couldn't get a pass away. Ashton Bell over to Flaherty. Hanley. Rink wide pass. Anderson couldn't get a shot away, but Bell picks that one off. Great anticipation. So she's that expanded role offensively. We're seeing that, aren't we? Berg makes the save and holds on. You can see Ashton getting more involved when she's out there.
Yeah, and the nice part about it is to see her doing it at times where it seems fit and not going, just jumping up into the play every single time. She's got to be very disciplined on that and know when to go, when not to go. Especially in a 2-0 game right now, you don't want to take too many chances where it could start affecting you in the defensive zone.
McMahon. Van Wieren. Kraus with her. Deflects into the corner. Furman comes up. She plays it. And there goes McMahon. Drops back. Takes her spot. So good anticipation. That's just good teamwork, communication there. McMahon drops back. So there's your second line center playing defense right now.
Yeah, they got to cover if a D jumps down, and that's pretty standard. But if you don't do it, it could create some offense for the other team.
It created offense for her. She was able to steal that puck, walk in. McMahon. There's a shot by Henderson. Loose puck. Bulldogs couldn't get to it. Comes back to Van Wieren. Van Wieren high slot. Van Wieren takes the shot. Berg the save. Rebound. Again, those Mankato sticks there to clear it away. They are consistent in that game. That part, you can rely on the Mavericks for doing that. Sending it all the way down is Bobick. She just wanted a change, and Bobick and the Mavericks will stay out with 12:41 to go. These two teams will play again this year. This is just meeting number one. They will February 3rd and February 4th. They'll be in Mankato for the rematch, and I'm guessing it'll be a very competitive series then as well, back in February, coming up in February. Rogie will take this draw for the Bulldogs. They win another one. Linzer goes back the other way with it. Davis. So Davis is out there with Rogie and Linzer. .25 to go here, third period. Henderson gets it back to Stewart. Up to Davis, up to Rogie. Rogie across the line. Rogie, we heard from her in the first intermission. Very talented lacrosse player as well. Also coaches lacrosse in the area. Has in the past. Nice job by Stewart. Stewart flips it out to neutral ice. 11:58 to go. Maura Cole's team looking for a sweep this weekend. 5-0 start. Simple plays here, Emma. Nobody's, you know what I mean? It's safe passes, taking their time. Nobody's really.
Yeah, and that just goes to show you the support that UMD's given each other. You can't make the simple plays if you don't have that support. So they are. Go back to discipline. That's what they're doing this third period to hopefully close out this game with a win.
11:23 to go. That's what. Look at. The Bulldogs take it right down the wraparound. Bell right through the crease. Everybody had a chance, and then finally came off its mooring. But Bell, the captain, again, a smart play offensively, getting involved. You can see the end result, the net coming off its post there. She makes it look so simple.
Really nice, drive, and then she used the net to hold off that defender.
Lowry had a chance. A couple other Bulldogs had a chance. Hughes will take this draw with Hanley and Anderson out there for UMD. Bell, shot, missed the mark, went wide. Anderson keeps it in the zone though. Bell again moves up into the play. Smart play there. Bell behind the net, throws it in front. Berg makes the save. That was Hanley that had a perfect, right on the doorstep there. Perfect feed from Bell. But again, the play started behind the net.
Yep, with Bell jumping down. Anderson covered there on the point.
Yep. McMahon out there now with Kraus and Van Wieren. Baskin and Henderson out there on defense. They win another draw. Van Wieren shots deflected. Baskin comes up with it. She's pinned up against the boards. Mavs have had to work hard just to get the puck out of the zone this third period. 10:30 to go in period number 3. Van Wieren continues to skate through a collision there. Kraus works it in the corner. Nearly halfway through this third period. 10:22 to go. McMahon hit the side of the net. Berg at least shoveled it into the corner. Stewart, that knockdown hit Kraus and comes out to neutral ice. Job Smith there for UMD. 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes to go in regulation. Bulldogs up 2-0. Job Smith will have a break next whistle. Puck in the corner. Linzer out. Doesn't matter who's wearing that Bulldog jersey. They're all aggressively going after the puck. Walking in Rogie. Davis tried to get a shot away, but she was on her knees. Couldn't get a shot away. Linzer was there. Linzer still has it. There's a shot. That hits the side of the net. So much for laying back on a 2-goal lead.
Yep,
They've been swarming.
Yeah, UMD has just kept the pressure on. They're controlling the puck offensively, and even if they lose it for a sec, there's another one in there and closing that gap between them and the Mavs.
This is incredible. Puck possession time. King's going to skate it out of trouble, gets to the red line, and finally just fires it in for a break. Gets a whole 5-player change for the Mavericks that they needed. Stewart back in her own zone. 9:06 to go, so Bulldogs not in a hurry here. Outlet pass, simple passes out of the zone, but that one picked off momentarily and then sent back in. Job Smith back there. Shots 35-6. Now it gets to the point where you almost have to start looking at shots on goal in a game. Does that say 6 or 8? My eyes are
6.
It says 6. So we might be treading on some territory, what might be record-setting defensive effort. We should talk more about that. Single digits for shots on net in a game is pretty impressive, Emma.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often, especially in the WCHA when you have the talent that you have.
So at the next time out, I'll try and get a look at that. 35-6 shots on net, 8:15 to go. So we're closing in on one timeout and closing in on another timeout. That's how fast this period's moving. Mavericks with an opportunity here. Puck goes in the corner. Right through the crease, nobody home because the Bulldogs sticks and defenders were in the right spot at the right time. Again, look at the defense. The defensive play as Stewart steps up to intercept that puck. Knocked down again. 2 Bulldogs are right there against the wall. 7:42 to go. Bulldogs are in no hurry to get that puck off the wall. But Hughes is, and Gabby's got Anderson. 2-on-1. Hughes and Anderson. Gabby, Anderson.
Oh.
Just went wide.
Great patience by Gabby there.
Hughes again to the net. Mavericks again kick it out of there. Oh, my goodness. Hughes has had a point in every game, but so far no points for her this game. So that streak would come to an end as Maggie goes down hard into the boards, inadvertent there. Langseth, rink wide pass to Bobick. Bobick takes it wide. 7 minutes to go. Mankato now with 7 shots on net. King in the corner. She goes down, and Maggie's going to the box, and at least we'll have a whistle here. Body checking on Maggie. We'll take a break. Back after this. Bulldogs lead it 2-0, 6:52 to go. Back after this, you're watching Bulldog Women's Hockey on My9 Sports. Welcome back, everyone, as we take a look at the Bulldog Fan of the Week. And a lot of people are fans of the week because obviously a lot going right for the Bulldogs. And, of course, we'll get to the possible record we're looking at right now. But here's the UMD River and Kingsley. Time for our My9 Sports Bulldog Fan of the Week. This week's fans are River and Kingsley. For your chance to be Fan of the Week, post your photos on the My9 Sports Facebook page or email them to my9sports@kbgr6.com. My9 Sports Bulldog Fan of the Week brought to you by the Duluth Tap Exchange and Tap on Tower. So the record was 6. Thank you very much, Matt. Matt McConico helping us out with the spotter duties. And look at that, missing the net for the Mavericks with a golden chance was Paddington. Bulldogs are in the penalty box. 2-minute minor for body checking for Maggie Flaherty. So that was near record setting, Emma. The 7 they have, record is 6.
Yeah, that's really impressive, especially, like I said earlier, the level that we're competing at. To hold an opponent to under 10 shots even.
Thank you for Matt McConico to fill us in and find that stat. Appreciate it. Matt did the second half of the football game so I could drive here safely. Obey all speed limits to get down to Amso Arena for this game. Got the win, 49 points for the Bulldogs in that victory. So the Bulldogs still have a minute to kill off in this one, Maggie Flaherty penalty. So now both teams with 2 penalties in the game. 5:50 to go in the game. Hughes, 36-7. Buderick takes it into the corner. Trying to get a handle on the puck, but she can't. Bryant comes up with it. Bryant in front of the net, but steered away by Stewart. She's done a very good job defensively. Look at that, using a plexiglass to get it out. Taylor Stewart for UMD.
Good, smart decision there.
30 seconds of the power play, 5:20 to go in regulation. This is an opportunity for the Mavericks to get right back into this one shot away. It's 1-goal game yesterday. All their games this year have been 1-goal games for the Mavericks. All in losses. Here they trail by 2. Shot deflected away and sending it down to the Bulldogs. 5 seconds to go. The Bulldogs this year so far in the penalty kill, 85%. And they add to those totals. Back to full strength. Maggie Flaherty is back out there for the Bulldogs.
Really great job by UMD there to not even allow a shot. The Mavs started with 7 and weren't able to get any off on that power play opportunity.
Isn't that impressive? Good pickup on your end. Even with the player advantage, they couldn't capitalize on a shot. That's how well this team is playing defensively. Shot from the point. There's a shot on net. Soderberg does steer her 8th shot away. Davis, Katie Davis looking for her first goal. Katie couldn't get a shot away. Bergen was looking for her first goal. She couldn't get to the loose puck. 4:09 to go. A possible, well, I'm not even going to say it. I'll wait till the final buzzer. Won't even say it. Hughes gets to the blue line. Hughes, look at this, skates all around almost the entire Mavericks defense, and now it goes all the way back out. Gabby Hughes' point streak of at least a point a game could be coming to an end here. She has not had a point in this game in the 2 goals. And as I say that, she almost tallies one right there. Where's the puck? It's under Berg somehow. Anderson there, and there's a break in the action.
You should keep challenging her. Maybe she heard you.
Yeah, she heard me, that's for sure. 3.5 minutes she has. We'll take a break as we take a look at it. What a shot by Gabby there. And then the rebound comes right back to Anderson. Back with more. Bulldogs lead it 2-0 on My 9 Sports. Hey, Bulldog hockey fans, you need a gift idea for your favorite Bulldog fan? UMD Stores has you covered. All the best brands to show off your Bulldog pride. UMD Stores gift cards are always the right size. Stores open 7 days a week on campus or shop online anytime. UMD Stores, UMDstores.com. Wow. 39-8 shots on net, and the Bulldogs aren't happy with that. They almost got another one here in the last couple of minutes. Shot, just like that. Soderberg makes a partial glove save. That goes to the corner with 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes in regulation. This game went to overtime yesterday. The Bulldogs, I think, at this point would like to avoid that. Anderson or Bell over to Flaherty. She's going to flip it deep into the corner. The Bulldogs are going to finish a change defensively. They didn't get it deep as they would have liked. So Flaherty stayed out there. 2:39 to go here. At what point, and do you, Emma, Coach Emma, do you pull a goalie with a 2-goal lead? Down 2, do you?
I think different coaches have different philosophies, but yeah, I mean, you got to start going now if you want to get the first one and then give yourself enough time to find a tying goal as well. So she'd be coming soon. Or
Puck's
she should be.
Puck's still in their zone, so.
Looks like the Mav coaching staff is
looking
at who they're planning to send if they do pull Berg.
Puck goes deep, and right there, Soderberg gets it out, and Berg stays in the net. So at 2-minute mark, they still have their goaltender in the game. Trailing 2, Langseth comes up with it. Langseth shot, that deflects into the corner. She's still there. Alexa Berg still in the net. Again,
yeah, they got to be smart with that pull, too. They want to have possession in the offensive zone, too.
She's only given up 2 goals here, so it's not like she's played real bad at all. Here comes UMD. Actually, she's made 37 saves today.
Exactly.
I mean, she's played well, but yet they trail 2-0. And here comes Davis. She's just going to keep it down there, or maybe not. Off the back of the goal to herself, back to Flaherty. 1:16 to go in the game. So Bell takes the shot. Berg's there, but it never got through, I don't think. King is there. Here comes King. King tried to get a pass, but Ashton Bell, the captain, comes back defensively for UMD. Here comes Rogie. We're inside a minute. Naomi Rogie. Naomi's going to work it in the corner and set up camp back there behind the net. Linzer. They're looking for a 3rd goal. Flaherty shot. Oh, and that deflects into the corner. 44 seconds to go. Bell for UMD skates back. Bulldogs make their last change of the game. 35 seconds to go. Flaherty realizes that, sends it in the far corner. She's going to skate off for the last time this game. Anderson, 27 seconds to go.
Great game awareness here by UMD, trying to keep it down in the offensive zone so the Mavs can't pull Berg.
And then still do the changes, you're right. Here comes Hughes. Yeah, she skated out and had to go right back where she came in. 14 seconds to go. They turn it over at the blue line, though. Here comes a chance with 10 seconds to go. Berg out of the cage now. But just 5 seconds, not even 10, 5 seconds to go. And your UMD Bulldogs have swept Minnesota State. Mankato, the Mavericks, 2-0 your final score. Emma Soderberg, another shutout. Shutout number 13 for her. For Emma Soderberg in her career, she is now 6-0 this year. 39 wins for UMD and picks up shutout number 13 for her career. That was a team shutout there, right there.
Yeah, it was. I mean, go back to the shots that they kept Mankato to and under 10, I believe it was.
Yeah.
So that's really impressive, and it just goes down to those details, or in the defensive zone, keeping them wide, boxing them out, not letting anyone in, blocking shots.
Well, I think if you have to pick a player of the game, there's one right there. She didn't face a lot of shots, but Taylor Anderson gets your game-winning goal. Yeah, they're going to give it to Emma Soderberg, and well, you know, she had 10 saves, so those were 10 big ones she had to make. So she is the player of the game officially. Anderson, your game-winning goal. Kraus got the insurance goal, and there you see your player of the game. We're going to take a break. We'll hear from head coach Maura Kroll coming up in the post-game report. Bulldogs win it 2-0. You're watching Bulldog Women's Hockey on My 9 Sports. Welcome back, everyone, on the post-game report. Bulldogs get the win 2-0. They sweep Minnesota State here at Amsoil Arena. Overtime win yesterday by 1 goal, 2 goals today. But we're going to focus on defense first with head coach Maura Kroll. Maura, first off, congratulations on the win. But as I was telling Emma here, it was a team win defensively. Yes, Emma got the 10 saves, but that was total team defense by the forwards coming back, the defenders doing what they had to do. Your thoughts on the defensive player team today?
Yeah, you know, we certainly looked at some video from last night and wanted to clean up our slot area in particular. We want to be very physical, and we needed more of that today. And I thought we did a much better job of that. Like you said, forwards coming back hard, D initiating plays on the walls, getting physical, centers being physical, picking up sticks. Doing the dirty work that maybe doesn't get a lot of attention except from you, Tom. So that's good to hear.
Well, and then to follow up that question, it very rarely, if any, did Emma have to make back-to-back saves on a rebound. I mean, that's where your defenders cleared those pucks away.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of like what we were talking about with Mankato yesterday. What they did to us, they didn't give us a lot of second opportunities, and nice to see us, take care of that stuff for Sodes today, who was locked in from the get-go. You know, she had to make some plays in the second period there. I thought we dipped a little in our focus and execution, but not her. So great to get the win against a really good Mankato team.
Yeah, that 0-4 record is very, very deceiving. They are very talented, the Mavericks. Taylor Anderson, a goal. The game winner, Gabby Kraus, all of 23 seconds, so it looks like Taylor's goal inspired Gabby's goal, didn't it?
Yeah, those were quick ones, so I wasn't sure what kind of game it was going to be, but I think, Mankato locked it down from there and, got themselves situated and made it a much closer game after that.
As we wrap things up here, Coach, for your opening home weekend, congratulations on the wins, the points, the well-deserved week off with the games you're playing in a 6-0 start, but I have to address your next game already. Leave it to me to do that.
Yep.
The Ohio State Buckeyes, a team that, your last loss came to them in the national championship game. How do you approach the rematch? I know you got plenty of time to prepare, but you and the team have to be excited about that matchup.
Yeah, it'll be a great one. We have a bunch of big ones in a row coming up after the break, and we're on the road at Ohio, so we'll have to be ready for that. But I think the New York trip got us ready for travel and dealing with some of those sorts of things. So we'll be excited. They'll be excited. It'll be a marquee matchup.
Coach, thank you very much. Congratulations on the wins.
Thank you.
Yep, Maura Kroll, head coach of the Bulldogs, and Emma, I mean, you can't ask for more as a coach. A 6-0 start. You were tested yesterday. You still come through in overtime at home. From a coaching standpoint, they have to be pleased, at least in the direction you're getting contributions from the younger players. your leadership. There's a lot going on right for the Bulldogs right now, isn't there?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think the one thing that I pull from Maura's conversation there is that they had a great first period, a good start to the game, and then they saw that they dipped in their execution in the second, and then with their leadership, they're able to change that in the third period and go out there and, like we talked about the whole game, not sit back, not get complacent or scared. They just kept playing their game, and I think they're off to a great start, and if they can continue that even after this break, hopefully that break won't be detrimental to them. But like she said, they've already gone on trips as a team, and they're starting that chemistry and that camaraderie. So hopefully that'll be beneficial heading into the rematch of the NCAA championship last year.
Fantastic day here in Bulldog Country as the Bulldogs get 2 wins today here on My 9 football, and out here in women's hockey, some great saves, some great play. Let's look ahead, see what's on tap for not only us here on My 9, but also what's ahead in Bulldog Country, and that we'll be highlighting here. And first and foremost, the women are off, but the men will be on the road. They'll be at Minnesota State. We'll carry both of those games, by the way, folks. Those games will be at Minnesota State. We'll have both of those games on the My 9 Sports Network with the Mankato feed for that series. We did that for football earlier, and so we'll have both Minnesota State games for you. Volleyball coming up. That's actually a Thursday, October 20th. Sorry about that. And men's hockey against the Badgers coming up later this month. So a busy, busy week ahead with 2 more games on the road. And so, Emma, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you
taking
for
time
having me.
out from your coaching, taking time out from your playing, and joining us for a couple of wins here. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Good
It's
luck
always a pleasure.
in everything you're doing, and hopefully we'll maybe connect here if your schedule allows. Good luck to the Whitecaps and all the former Bulldogs that are with you with the Whitecaps, if you can remember. I'm going to put you on the spot.
Sid Brott,
Anna
Anna
Klein,
Ashley Bricklick,
Sid Morin, and you.
me. Yeah. Yeah.
5 Bulldogs with the Whitecaps. Well, thank you very much. Thanks to our crew. Thanks for all our sponsors that make this happen. Of course, Essentia Health and Kohler, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac. So thank you very much to all our sponsors that make these games possible. Thanks for tuning in. Not 1, but 2 Bulldog wins in Bulldog Country today. Have a great day, everyone. Keep smiling, Northland. The Bulldogs get the 2-0 shutout win over Minnesota State. Have a great day, everyone, and keep smiling, Northland.